Alright, so in the last section we talked about the spreadsheet in LibreOffice, how to use it, the basics, how to do some very basic calculations, to plot some charts and graphs, and see how we can even export it in different formats using within the Libre spreadsheet. So in this section we are going to cover the drawing feature. Okay, the drawing feature, where we can use it to do so many things. So as usual, when you open your Microsoft or your LibreOffice, you can see all the recents, and then over here you can see the different features or platforms that you can access from Libre. So for this one, we'll go and click draw. This is the drawings. So as usual, what you see is the normal view, but only that to the left here you have different kind of things. You can change the platforms like we've explained. From here you can go to the different platforms, to presentation, to spreadsheet, to text document, and so on. And then over here you have these basic savings, exporting, redo and do things. And over here you can import images and so on. Very basic things. These are shapes also. So down here to the left here you have a series of different kind of shapes that you can import into your creations over here. This is the canvas, main canvas. Now you can have the line, the rectangle, the circle, which are the basics, and this is the fill color, and this is line color. You can specify anyone you want. You have these connectors that you can connect between points, and you have other multiple shapes. Once you click, you will be able to have access to all of them from here. You have some emojis in form of shapes also that you can use. You can have different kind of arrows if you want to utilize them during your creations as well. You have other ones. Okay, you have multiple other shapes that you can easily bring into your creations. So depending on what you are trying to create, we have some callouts also that are very basic but very interesting to use. You see, we have some different kind of modes of stars, and we have 3D objects in case if you want to incorporate 3D objects as well. So over here, as usual, when you touch anything, you'll be able to see the properties of it from here. Okay, so you can change anything. So here you can change the paper property. This is A4. If you want, you can change the orientation from portrait to landscape. Let's say we're going with landscape, and you can see everything changes. Now, assuming we want to just utilize this feature to just draw something simple, so that we can show you the idea of using the feature. Let's say we want to draw a very simple flowchart, and let's try to draw something like this by this side. Let's select it and bring it to the edge over here. So assuming we want to try to recreate something like this. So let's start with the bringing in of the different elements. We have this circle, or you have this so you can click on this circle and just draw, even though it might not be too perfect, but we just want the idea as it is here. So we have it here, and if you want, you can kind of bring it in, and all right, you can make it something like this. It's okay. Then we have this rectangle. It's a normal rectangle, so we bring it and then we make it like this. So you can click and move across. So let's just bring in all the elements, then we can start the other ones. All right, so then we have the decision point. So over here we can click from this. We have the decision point, something like this. We can just click and just attach it here. This is our decision point. And then we have this shape also. So we have this shape, so we look at it, we look for it. Can we have something like that? Maybe this one can do us a good job. This one, yeah, I think is okay. All right, so we'll put it here, and then we have this particular one, so we can click as well and check it out. Can we have something like that? Not here at the moment. Let's check this one, and I think we can utilize something like this. Yeah, this is it. All right, so let's say we have the last one, which is this one. So we select this one, copy and paste, and then we can drag it to the last one here. So I think this is it. So what we can do, we can change the fill colors of all of them to white. So we can select, hold down the shift key, select everything, and then we can go ahead and change the fill colors. So this is our fill color to white. Okay, so we see now we've changed the fill color of all of them. So let's start with adding the text, but then we have to deal with the line properties. We can select multiple, and we can change the line properties, line thickness from here, I think the line is a bit thicker, so let's go with something like this. Yeah, or we can go with one ahead, which is this one. I think this is okay. All right, so but for this case the line is green, so we can select and change the line color also from here to green. Let's say we'll go with this green. I think it's manageably okay. This is blue, is okay. This one is red, so we select and change it to red. And then we have another circle. We have circle here, so we can click and make a small circle here. To get a perfect circle, you can always hold down the shift key, so you can have a perfect circle. Okay, so we can delete this, and if you want to draw a perfect circle, hold down the shift key and it's going to give you a perfect circle. Okay, something like this, but then this one is a bit smaller. Okay, so this one is, we can remove the, we can say no okay to this, and then we can change the line thickness as well. All right, so this one, the color is a bit orange. All right, so let's say we'll go something like this. So this is blue, this one is a bit of a purple, so let's go with, I think this is manageably okay. We can go with this one, and this one is green also, so we'll go with green. Okay, so let's go ahead and put in the arrows that we have. So click on this, the arrows are just single pointed arrows. We can select on this one, so you can see we can just click from this, it leads to this. From here we can change the thickness of the arrow. You can select from here and make it a bit thicker as it is. If you want, you can copy and paste. You can copy and paste this, and you can move it from here to here. You can hold from your keyboard to centralize this, and I think this is okay. So we can do the same copy and paste, and then we can move it here. If you like, you can click and change the direction and even the length. All right, so you can select and move this here. You can extend it to the circle here. All right, so we can do the same copy and paste, and then we can move this also down here. All right, so we can make it a bit smaller. I think this is okay, and then we can do the same copy and paste, and then we can bring it, we can bring this down. Can extend a little bit to touch here. All right, this is okay, and then we can do the same copy and paste on the last one. Yeah, I think this is good. So we can copy this as well and make a copy of this and paste, and then we can bring it over here. Okay, so if we like, we can select everything with just drag of our mouse and move it, and then you can select and move them to this side. Okay, you can see we can move them a little bit inside, so we can be able to justify the position of this. Should be a bit away, and then we can have the same arrow, something like this, copy and paste, and then we can pick it to here. Right, so I think this is good. We have everything that we need. The only thing we need is to now write the text that is inside. So this one, start terminator. Okay, so the text is quite big, so you can reduce the sizing from here. Select it, and let's say we make it 10 points. Okay, this is good. So this one, we can double click and say process. Can make it 10, and then here we can say decision. Can select, make it 10. As you can see, it's not complete, so we'll drag this a bit further. Yeah, this is good. So we have this one as data. Can select, and we can still make it 10. All right, down here we have this as document. Can select and make it 10, and then we have this as the end terminator. You get the message. It's very easy to do this. You can see a 10 to this, and everything is perfect. Now this is A, and this is A as well. So I think at this point you can see that everything is now intact, just like the way we do have in the other one, only that this one is a bit distorted, so we can realign it. Okay, so I think this is perfect. Everything looks perfect to me, and I like what I see. The one thing that you can go ahead and do is you can kind of select everything, or you can click, drag, and select everything, and instead of them to be individually arranged, you can group them. You can group so they can now move as a whole. Okay, so you can see they can now move as a single entity. Okay, so let's delete this one. Now if you want to export this one that you've created, you can just go ahead and come to file, save as. You can go ahead and save in this. So let's say we save this as the .odg file. So let's say drawing one, and then we specify location and say go ahead and save. Now you can export this as PDF, or you can just click on export. You can now see different kind of formats that you can export this. You can export them in GIF, EPS, PDF, as well as other JPEG. You can go ahead and say JPEG or PNG. You can specify it. Let's go with PNG. You can see everything default. You can export directly, or if you want to export as PDF, you can just go ahead, click on export as PDF, go to the document. This is in PDF. You can click, and you've now exported it. So when you go back to your downloads documents, let's say we'll do something like this, we'll be able to see them. This is drawing1.pdf that we've just imported. You can see it over here, exported successfully. And this is the one that we have in PNG. Double click and you can see it over here in PNG. Okay, so this concludes this class about drawings, okay, in LibreOffice, how to use it, how to utilize the different features, the elements that you have to draw anything of your choice. This we just use as sample, and then we've learned to export it in different formats. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next class. Bye.